All right, y'all. First and foremost, as always, go check out Mom Monsters Inc. Go check out the boys dealing with DMD. Go to Iceman's page. Look what Mom Monsters Inc. is doing for these boys with Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. It tells you everything about it on there, but again, I always do my best to try to talk about them first when we start a video. Secondly, look at this yellow shirt. First of all, I'm sweating. I've been working in the garage. This yellow shirt, I look like the son from the Raisin Bran box. My big fat ass in a yellow shirt. But anyway, been cleaning the garage and ready for my daughter's 18th birthday. As you saw from the thumbnail and the title, this was a more difficult video for me to make simply because this particular video talking about what to do when an accident happens. So I've been off work for about a month. I'm still getting paid with sick time, all that good stuff, but I'm having problems with my neck. I didn't think it was my neck. I thought it was my shoulder, and I'm just waiting to be released to go back to work now. So I decided while I'm waiting for these jackass doctors to release me that I'm going to go ahead and ride a little bit and try to enjoy myself what little I can. So recently went for a ride. I'm not gonna say who, not gonna say where, not gonna say what, but I was leading a ride. We were coming home and an accident happened. One that was totally unforeseen. One that looking back on it, I really felt like it was my fault at first. Simply because I felt like maybe I had missed some gravel or I didn't see it. And it was a situation that really couldn't have been avoided. It just one of those sheer accidents that just happens. It made me sick at the stomach because watching one of my very good friends that I've known for years and ridden thousands of miles with go down behind me while riding his bike was sickening. Luckily, my friend is not hurt badly. He did sustain injuries, but he's okay. I think the most important things that you need to do in the event that you are in an accident or you're on a ride that there's an accident is, number one, assess the scene, assess the situation. Look around, check, make sure first thing is that person. You don't want to be running out in the highway to try to help them and get hit by a car. Look around and make sure that traffic is blocked, that traffic sees what's going on. If you have road flares or things like that, use them. Use other people or cars. For us, luckily, there were vehicles that jumped ahead and helped us. Number two, my primary focus was on my buddy, on seeing how he was. I didn't want to touch him, didn't want to move him for fear of a spinal cord injury or a neck injury. Luckily, he was moving on his own, and we kind of kept him down, asked him questions, checked on him, unzipped his jacket, made sure there were no broken bones that we could see, make sure he could use his fingers and toes, he could feel his toes, he could feel his legs. When he finally set up, took his his modular helmet, opened it up, spoke to him. He asked me to take his helmet off. I took his helmet off. We talked, we checked his legs, he got to stand up. He said, "Hey, I want to stand up." And we made sure he could walk and he was stable and things like that. Before this happened, as the firefighter was asking questions, me and another guy got his bike. We got it out of the road and got it to the gas station. And then I went back to working on trying to help my buddy. Once he got up, we talked to him. He didn't want the ambulance. The firefighter that was there said, "Hey, I called the ambulance." I called the sheriff's office. And the firefighter said, "Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and call off the ambulance." So he did, because my buddy said, "I don't want to go in an ambulance. I feel good. My shoulder's a little sore, but I'm okay." And this is where, if I had to do all over again, I would have said, "Hey, let's have the ambulance go ahead and come check him out." That's where I feel like I failed in that part. I should have made sure the ambulance came to check him out. I didn't. I wish I would have now. I feel like that, because he did have injuries that he found out later, and he actually rode in a tow truck with those injuries, and I think it would have been much safer for him to be in an ambulance and being checked out. I think that would have been way better. The third thing is just after everything was taken care of and we were all kind of calming down and he was calming down, he was getting a snap, right then We waited about an hour and 15 minutes for AAA to get a tow truck there. I had people that I knew that had a trailer that would have taken about an hour, but I feel like I would have rather him gone with the ambulance and us get a trailer there and towed the bike back to his house while he was in the ambulance and called his wife and had her meet him at the hospital. I feel like that would have been a better deal. It just, in hindsight, I was trying to listen to what he was saying and what he wanted. And because he didn't want, when the tow truck came, he wanted to ride with the tow truck. He didn't want to leave his bike. The tow truck had to kind of detour a little bit. And the way we went home and then come back to where we live. So he was about 30 minutes behind us getting home. We got home, got off our bikes, drove over to his house so that we could help get his bike off the tow truck in the garage. The bike wasn't torn up that bad. I kind of assessed the situation, and so did my buddy, that he didn't need to be riding home, that he was in some pain and that he wasn't sure. So we just said, hey, let's get a tow truck, and he decided to use his AAA. As the person that led the ride, I would say that I missed a patch of gravel, little spot of gravel. I came this way of the gravel. The next guy behind me caught his tire just on the outside of it, made him skid, and then my buddy went right through the middle of it. And and I've had things like that where I've been in a pack where I've been like the third or fourth bike and had 10 bikes going through, and the very last person hit the little oil patch and slid out. And this is the same kind of thing. I pride myself in how I lead rides when I go with my buddies. I pride myself in, making sure if there's debris in the road, I kick my foot out or I point and giving hand signals and things. And I missed that. I missed this little piece of gravel, and I'll be honest with you, it bugged me. I felt like it was my fault. I felt like had I done my job better, my friend would have gotten hurt. And everybody on the sun has said, hey, it wasn't your fault. It could have been anybody, could have happened. And I get that. If you're leading a ride, no matter how many times you've done it, how good you are at it, just make sure you double check everything. I felt like we were going a good speed. We weren't going fast. It wasn't a high speed accident. It was a low speed accident. Had it been a high speed accident, I would have treated it totally differently. I'd have made him go in the ambulance, would have made sure it happened just because it, you know what I mean? But when you're leading the ride, always make sure you're careful. Make sure you try to see it. You can't see everything. I understand that, and it's almost impossible. But I beat myself up pretty bad. So if you're leading the ride, just remember, people behind you are trusting you, and be careful how you're doing it. Hey, y'all, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe button, hit the little bell icon so you get notifications when the shit show gets rolling again. Not a funny intro today because I was talking about something serious. A friend of mine got injured. I took it real seriously. I took it real hard. Riding home was one of the hardest things my buddy and I have done. We had about a 50, 60 mile ride home. And from where we were at, we weren't that far from the house. We were, after taking our ride. And we were both concerned and we weren't happy about what happened. And we were riding home. We were pretty cautious riding home because of what we just seen. It was a tough ride home. So I would say this, everybody just be safe out there. Remember, we are on two wheels. Anything can happen. And just do your best to take care of each other. I want you guys to have a great day. Let's try not to be assholes to each other and keep the shiny side up. And I'll see y'all next time.
Foundation is sound. I still do the shit for my people, for Roberto, for Justin, for Jared, for Nico, Big Smitty, Big O, say stay